Hey there, it's me. So I wanted to do a little video about, it's not going to be so much a ramble about me, but I want to use some things that I've learned to help. Because I am kind of having one of those days where I feel like I'm accomplishing absolutely nothing in my life. It's just like whatever, like, wow, my life, this is my life, oh my god, this is so horrible. But like I said, I'm not rambling about me. I'm just gonna admit I'm depressed right now. Yeah, it's stupid and sad, and I don't feel like I should be depressed right now, but I am. So I wanted to just share with you, share with anybody who might be watching, who might also be going through a pretty severe depression right now, or who tends to go through them from time to time, or even if you just know someone, lives with someone, or love someone who, goes through bouts of really extreme depression. I just wanted to share some things that I do know that do help. One thing about depression is that it's this weird effect of your brain is just chastising itself. It's like it's working against you. You, on the one hand, you're depressed, you want to feel better, you really want to feel better. But then on the other hand, you have this shadow side that is like, I want to wallow, I want to feel bad. I just want to live in a mess and chaos and just let everything around me go to shit. Because I want to project outwardly what I'm feeling inwardly. And that's what's really hard about depression, I think. And that's why a lot of times it's debilitating, because those two, selves or whatever are always, fighting with each other. And, I think it's really important to know that and to realize and recognize that that's what's going on. I was listening to something today that was referring to that shadow self I was just talking about as more of, that's your ego that's trying to sabotage you, really, whenever you're trying to do something good. And so just recognizing, okay, my ego or my shadow self or the devil on my shoulder or whatever is trying really hard to not let me succeed. Okay? And don't get into the whole why doesn't it want me to succeed? What's up with that? Don't get all existential. When you're depressed, you don't want to get all existential. Just keep it simple, keep it light, keep it utterly smooth. But yeah, recognizing what's going on, I think, is an important thing, and accepting it. And so you're aware that there's a battle going on. You may just be laying in bed all day, sleeping, but there is a battle going on, and it's a big one. So just be aware that you're in a battle. I've noticed that for me, there are times when nothing at all helps. Nothing helps. I hate those times. Those are the darkest. But times like that are when I have to just say, you know what, I'm on medication for this, and so maybe it's just time to take my medicine. If you're able to sleep during times like that, sleep. Just let yourself sleep if you can. Don't think, because your mind, your ego is totally going to take over and just put all these awful thoughts in your head, and it just goes downhill from there. So you might notice that I am doing things right now that are self-care. I'm putting on lotion. My skin is so dry that it's been I can see the dryness in it. And when I was looking at myself before putting my clothes on today, I was looking in the mirror and I was seeing, you can see the dryness in my skin. It's visible. It's like, not scaly, but it's like, it looks dry. And I was just like, ugh, you know, that bothers me, that feeling. I don't like that feeling. And maybe if I don't feel that feeling of like that itchy, dry feeling on my skin, maybe I'll feel a little better. When you're depressed, a lot of times the simplest, dumbest, obvious answers just, they're not there because of that fight between, you know, I hate everything and I just want to live in, you know, disgusting filth, and then the want to get better. So, today I don't have plans, but I took a shower, and I feel like that's an important thing, and it's embarrassing. I know it's embarrassing. If you're someone who's depressed right now, you know what I'm talking about, I think. Taking a shower, you know, you just, no motivation, you don't really care, you know, it's just like, and then for me, it's like, whenever I get depressed in the winter time, it's awful, because I hate cold, and I mean, I'm just, have such an aversion to cold. Right now my room is like balmy, by the way, but I hate the whole getting in the water, you know, it's cold at first, and my boyfriend was just like, run the water for like a few minutes before you get in so that it's warm, so that it's like really nice and warm, and the bathroom is like steamy and warm before you, you know, get undressed and whatever, and stand there shivering like an idiot, crying, not wanting to get in. And I was just kind of like, oh, good point. So if you can do that, do that. But taking a shower, you're clean, you smell good, and good smells really do a lot for, you know, for how you feel. And, you know, on the one hand, it does kind of feel good to just sit and stew in your own filth. That sounds disgusting, and I'm not saying shitting in your pants or anything like that, but I'm just saying it does kind of feel good some days to just be like, you know what, I haven't washed my hair in 6 days and I'm going on a 7th day, you know? Like, you know, it's in some ways that feels good, but that's that bad side, that's an ego trying to sabotage you. So, fight that ego, get in the shower, focus on smells, good soap smells, good clean smells. Really shower yourself and just get immersed in it. A lot of times you can have really like zone out moments whenever you're in the shower or bath or whatever that you can't have otherwise, because something about the water and the feeling of it just kind of can shut off your racing thoughts if you're having those, or just if you're having that just anhedonic depression where just nothing feels good. It does feel good, and you know, just block out everything and feel and sense, and don't think, just sense, feel, be, don't think. So you're clean now. Another thing I would suggest is, if you're able to, try to keep at least some clean clothes. I know that's a really hard one, and it was pretty much impossible for me when I got really depressed in my last apartment, because there was no laundry facilities on site. And that was during the winter too, and it was just like, I'm not going to the laundromat. No. Even though the laundromat was only a few blocks down, no way. I'm not going. So I really did just get into that whole, like, just letting myself wear like the parts of my wardrobe that are never worn because they don't fit anyway, so they're not dirty or just like wearing dirty shit all the time, and that really gets you down, and people start to notice too. So have a few clean things. Have a clean pair of pants, shirt, like an outfit in case something comes up that you gotta go attend to. And then keep, some clean, comfy clothes. I like some of my comfy sweatpants and, t-shirts and stuff. And just keep some things clean, to put your clean body into. And for those of you who wear makeup, you can see I put on makeup today. I think it looks kind of good. Face is a little light, but that's a thing too. It's like, why put on any makeup? Why put any effort into your appearance? Especially, in my situation, I'm depressed and I don't have a life at all. I'm stuck here. And it's pretty rare. I do get to, a lot of times I get surprise visits from my boyfriend, and I'm going to be really happy later on today if I get one of those that I did these things, even though I didn't feel like it, because that sure beats him showing up at my house and me not having showered in days, just in disgusting, disgusting state, and then I would be so self-conscious, and then we would have less of a good visit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you got makeup, put it on, look at yourself in the mirror, take some selfies, whatever. Just like, even though you have no desire whatsoever to put any effort into your physical appearance, I'm trying to tell you that it's one of those things that's kind of like exercise. A lot of us hate it, dread it, no way, don't have the motivation, don't have the energy. But then when you do it, you feel better and it releases endorphins and you're like, holy crap, why do I always freak out so much and not, avoid going to the gym and just avoid exercise completely when I feel so good after doing it? It's one of those things. It's just it's an ego thing. It's your shadow self or your mind just working against itself. Working against you getting better, really, is what it's doing. And I just did some makeup, and I'll confess, it pulled me out of, I was feeling really low for a little bit there, and I didn't really know why, but I knew why, but I was starting to just get to the point where, wow, if I continue feeling and thinking this way, the rest of the day is gone for me. It's just gonna get nothing but worse. So I just kind of decided, just go get ready, just go act like something awesome is about to happen. If you imagine that something awesome is going to happen in an hour, what do you need to do to get ready for it? Is your living space disgusting and filth ridden? You might want to tidy it up. Do you look horrible? Smell horrible? Hate yourself? You might want to spruce yourself up a little. And that's part of, I have this quote hanging up behind me that says, the soul should always remain ajar, always ready to welcome the ecstatic experience. And I'm sorry I don't have the author of that quote on hand, but soul ajar, openness, be ready, just be ready, just kind of mentally open your arms, open your heart, prepare yourself for something good, even if you know, or you think you know, that nothing good's coming. So those are just some things that I kind of try to think about whenever I'm, really depressed. And lastly, don't beat yourself up at all. I'm past the point of doing that because, mine gets so bad, and it's kind of like, there are other issues that go along with it that it's kind of like, I don't know, to beat myself up for it is just like a waste of energy, because I know that it's gonna happen. It happens. It's me. It happens. But it's more, I just focus more on what to do when it is happening. So, those are some of my thoughts. If you have any thoughts yourself about how to get through a really bad bout of depression, please feel free to comment, make a video and tell me about it so I can watch it. Since I guess we don't have video responses anymore, I don't really know. But anyway, I hope you're having a good day. Namaste.